No! Bro, they just traded away Johnny Unitas.
Who the heck is Johnny Unitas?
You don't... By the year 1973, the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL, Johnny Unitas, who had led the Baltimore Colts to 3 NFL titles and had many of the franchise and overall league passing records, was traded away to the San Diego Chargers after the new Colts owner and GM simply had no love for the history that Unitas brought to Baltimore. And in this edition of the Vintage Realm channel, I will discuss the last year of the incredible career of Johnny Unitas. Week 1 against the Super Bowl contending Washington Redskins. The San Diego Chargers season opened up with this fumble by running back Mike Garrett, which was recovered by Washington for a touchdown. Okay, that's pretty bad, but hey, no biggie, just down 7 points. Back with the ball, Johnny Unitas would get the ball back to Carl Garrett with this beautiful pass, but Garrett would fumble it, and Washington's Ken Houston would recover it, and now they went up 14-0. Okay, Carl Garrett needs to redeem himself, and he fumbled again. And casually at halftime, the San Diego Chargers were now down 38-0. After the halftime, the old master would trot out onto the field yet again. No longer sporting the black high tops, but now with these powder blue ones. Unitas would then get rushed, pressured, sacked over and over and over again, and they lost 38-0. And Johnny Unitas went 6 for 17 for 55 yards and 3 interceptions. Not exactly what you would call impeccable. Week 2. Some special teams razzle-dazzle would help the Chargers out. And this OJ touchdown would tie it up at 7-7. But a hungry San Diego defense would shut down the Bills for the rest of the game. And Johnny Unitas would get out there and actually start making some plays. He slung a touchdown pass to the ghost, Gary Garrison, who's very underrated. Gotta love Gary Garrison. And another touchdown pass to Jim Thaxton. This game actually kind of went well, and Unitas would go 10 for 18 for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 34-7 win over the Buffalo Bills. Okay, let's get a roll on now. Week 3. In San Diego, the Chargers took on the Cincinnati Bengals, and early in the game, this Mike Garrett reception would give John Unitas the career achievement of breaking 40,000 career passing yards. The game was literally paused. Johnny Unitas came out to the middle of the field with the referees. He was given the ball, to I guess see it for a bit, and he threw it away because that ball was going to be sent over to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the first ever pass to reach 40,000 yards. That is just incredible. Okay, back to the game. The Bengal defense would not go easy on Johnny Unitas, and he would actually throw a couple of interceptions, and the Bengals ended up getting up 20-6. But in the fourth quarter, that's when Johnny Unitas began to look like his younger self, as he began completing passes consistently and even hitting Gary Garrison with the 51-yard bomb. He then would spot Bob Thomas open for a touchdown, and the magic seemed to be back. But within the last 6 minutes of the game, his 2-minute drills fell short, and the Bengals would manage to run out the clock, and the Bengals won 20-13 over the Chargers. Unitas went 15 for 31, 215 yards, and a touchdown, along with 2 picks. Yet again, not the best stat sheet. Week 4, the end. Yeah, no, this was his last start in his career. And he went up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a disaster, as non-stop pressure by the Steel Curtain shut down Unitas. He barely even played in the game. He would only go 2 for 9 for 19 yards and 2 touchdowns and a passer rating of 0. Unitas would only throw 1 more pass in his career. And in week 8, against the Chiefs, he would come into the game and throw 1 pass for 7 yards. But he would also get sacked for 8 yards. So he went -1 passing yards in his last game. And there's no footage of this. I couldn't find any of it. If any of you know the week 8 game between the Chargers and Chiefs in 1973, please let me know so I can find this. But that was it for Johnny Unitas. The greatest quarterback that ever lived just faded away in silence. The Chargers were just a complete mess that season. Things got so bad the head coach was replaced with the assistant head coach, Ron Waller, who was a part of the 1969 Pottstown Firebirds documentary, by the way. So yeah, shout out to Ron Waller. Yeah, he's a pretty cool looking guy. But his unique trick and gadget plays would result with just 1 more win to end the season with a 2-11-1 record. 2-11-1 record, not... I can't talk. Johnny Unitas is one of my favorites, and going back and seeing how things ended for him was a bit of a shock to me when I first heard about this. Other than that, thanks for watching this edition of Vintage Rel, and I wish you a decent day, and just keep in mind, Johnny Unitas is the GOAT. Brady, Montana, those guys don't got anything on him. John Unitas is the GOAT, and I'm being serious. Either way, thank you for watching. Future videos about the Jets and other Chargers videos, some Redskins videos are going to be coming up. And eventually I will move on to more teams, not just those 3, like the Vikings, Cleveland Browns, Los Angeles Rams. Just stay in tune. I got a lot of things coming up soon. So subscribe. Actually, I've never actually said to subscribe. Don't subscribe. I mean, do subscribe, but only subscribe because you want to. Either way, have a wonderful day, and please go outside.